back. We're back. And we're back in
Guess
living
what?
color. I know you all saw us testing this system last night. We still haven't worked out all the bugs, but we will. So this morning we should be everywhere. Um, Good morning and welcome to the BYOB Morning Show. Today we're going to be talking to you about stop letting others speak over your vision. Wow, that sounds like it's going to be a deep conversation because you know how let me
Guess
see,
what?
ladies. How you say, well, I'm going to start this business. I have this idea. I'm going to start this business. Somebody say, oh, that's not going to work. You don't want to do that. Look at the times that we're in. You can't make that work now. See, you can't let people discourage you. You can't let them try to push your dream aside. And then maybe the next thing you look, they trying to do what you said you were gonna do. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that right there be
Yeah,
killing me.
that part right there. So
hmm
I'm gonna pass it. I'm Rose Fauntleroy. Good morning, everybody. Glad to see you all. My eyes are open, I hope, and so is the show. So, ladies, take it away.
Well, I wanted to start off with talking about for already existing business owners. A lot of times, and I've fallen victim of this also, and I've recently realized that sometimes we have a vision. And when we express our vision to other people, our vision isn't always seen. It's not received the way we deliver.
Mm,
And when we let other people take over without us having a clear vision ourselves, we allow everybody else to put us in this box. So, for example, I do hair, not do hair, but I make wigs. I have to
you
be
are happy.
very specific about that because doing hair and making wigs is completely different. So when I originally started my wig business, I told the person, hey, this is my vision. They said, yeah, that is great. But the product that I got delivered looks like everyone else's. And my wig business isn't quite like everybody else's. So sometimes
Mhm.
a vision, sometimes we want to get out there and we want everybody to see our vision, but our vision isn't quite being perceived to our target audience yet. So sometimes we really need somebody else to come in and help us clarify our vision so we can verbally tell a team how we want our vision to be seen to the world.
That's a good point, Ebony, that when you share, it may not be perceived quite the way that in the way that you're sharing it, and that you may need help. You may need help clarifying that vision, reaching the right person, reaching the right audience. That's a really good point. Shouldn't
Yes, because a lot of times people don't buy. So it's a lot of different parts of a business. But if your vision isn't being clear, that's the thing. It might be clear to us, but my content should speak for itself. So when my target audience is reading something that comes from me and they're not verbally hearing it out of my mouth, my content should represent exactly what my vision is. So that's so sometimes there's a disconnect. So, for if you already have a business and you're wondering why your sales are low, you're wondering why you have to always explain to people over and over again what your vision is after they've read your mission statement, all of these things, then come on over here and go to bit.ly/Black Girl Profits Call.
Yeah, and talk to someone about clarifying that. Because see, that's when you let someone not speak over your vision, you let them speak into your vision.
That's good.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Leonda. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Dee. I see you out there. Don't forget to share the broadcast. Thank you, Dee, for sharing because we do have prizes. Y'all better get those. Y'all better heart it up. Get those shares in and shares out. Invite your friends because there are some great things coming. And I wanted to say one more thing. And then I'm gonna let you go, Sinead. I'm gonna let you have at it, girl. You see scrolling at the bottom of your screen, it says breaking news. Join us over on the Danielle Patterson Winningham Facebook page because we're moving. See, we're moving. We're moving over to Facebook Watch to the left, to the left. Oh, I ain't supposed to sing. Not gonna sing to the left, to the left. We are moving over to Facebook Watch, and we want you all to join us over there because we will have some special prizes. There will be all kinds of goodies going on over there. So eventually, within this next week, you're going to see some of these other platforms not pop up when we first come on. We'll be sharing to those platforms, but they won't be as readily available. So we want you over there on the Facebook Watch page. So see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen. That's one more thing we're asking you to do. So, Shanadra.
Yes, ma'am.
What you think about this? Stop letting people speak over your vision.
That's good. I mean, the first thing about it is that everyone is not called to understand your vision. So I think we give people too much power in that. So yeah, you can tell them your vision, you know what I'm saying, but you can't expect that they're going to understand it. It's just not going to happen. In life, we have to learn to pick our battles, and that's one of the things. Like, you can't want everybody to like what you like. It's insane. We weren't all created to do that anyway. If you just think about human physiology, we're just not going to all gravitate to the same thing. Just not going to happen. So you may share your vision with somebody who's in a whole different arena. They don't have a vision with themselves. I tell people all the time, some people don't even know themselves good. Some people not even accountable to themselves. So how on earth would you expect them to be accountable to you? It's just not going to happen. As you walk on and you realize that, okay, I'm getting this thing together, you'll start actually extending more grace to people and say, you know what, they just not in my arena. I just know I have to go somewhere else where people are. And that's where I had to get. You can't. I can always remember that. I can always remember being like super passionate about something because like I like to read a lot of random stuff. Like I have like a lot of randomness to me, right? And I can remember being really passionate about it. And people be like, oh, girl, you a nerd. Or girl, you what? And I got that all through life. I've been hearing that word's been thrown around since, I don't know, grade school. So I know what that feels like. So that started to shift my mind a little bit and say, you know what? I'm talking apples and these people talking oranges. It ain't their fault.
That's right.
You just got to go to the people, that's talking apples. And you're gonna feel a little bit better. And then sometimes even when you with people that's talking apples, they gonna stay right there and you ready to go above and beyond. That's when you, like Miss Rose said, get somebody to speak into your vision. That's when the shift starts to happen. And all these are building blocks of you, right? You know what I'm saying? Your vision is yours. So as you walking that thing out, you start changing things around you that's more intuitive to the vision. You understand? So for me, lots of times, people say, you're a private person, when it comes to certain things, or you can be open and facilitate conversation, but we really don't know what's going on with you a lot of times. And that's not because I am terribly private, but I just understand that everything is just not going to be for everybody. I can't trust it. It's just like when I had my son. No, everybody not coming over here. Everybody not holding my baby. I was raised by old folks, so my baby had to stay in the house for 6 weeks. We wasn't all at no grocery store, living it up. We wasn't doing that. My child went from my house to my grandparents' house, and that was it for a very long time. You understand? And that's how it is with your vision. You know what I'm saying? You have to feed it. You have to nurture it. And it's not just like people say, you let your child do that. Yeah, I let my child do that. It's mine. It's not for you to understand. You have to, and then how do you say, well, how do I? And it's hard. I'm not trying to make it like it's easy because sometimes you long for somebody to understand it, or you long for somebody to give you a pat on the back or amen. But what you have to do is you have to really listen to your inner self, and you have to weed them out. You have to let that inner voice be bigger than yours. You can't give them too much power. And that's what a lot of us do. Like if you every morning you should speak to that vision, speak to that thing, because I'm telling you, the opposing force, the people that's gonna say no, it's gonna be way stronger. It's gonna be way stronger. And you can't beat that thing until you say, you know what? No, no, no. That's not what was I know what was given to me. I know what was given to me. And they don't even know what was given to them. So how could they know about me? It doesn't even you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't even
It
make
doesn't even compute.
it doesn't, and we make it so complicated, and that's why I kind of feel like always older, you know what I'm saying? Because I could be in these rooms with these women that are my age and younger, and I'm just like, you know what, this ain't it. I ain't never liked food. I think I was 10 years old saying I ain't got time for this. And I was 10, I just never did. I don't have time for it. And that sometimes was hurtful because it's like, okay, well, you don't fit in, or you just really don't like that, or you're sheltered, or you're boring, or whatever. All these things that I've heard, all these things I've heard before in my life, because I've always just kind of been like, you know what, I'm not going down that path. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't feel that. So because of my upbringing and just my natural self, I always was kind of like the odd man out. And like I said, initially it was kind of like, oh, well, this is kind of like, I don't like this. But after a while, I was like, well, look, I sure ain't in that trouble. That ain't happened to me. They was out doing that, but I ain't in that right now.
But I wanted to, before you move on, because that right there touched me right there. Because like I'm always saying, I'm so glad to live in this age where information and communication is just so out there. Because without the internet, I wouldn't know that you felt the same exact way that I've been feeling. I've always had older women as friends because women my age, it was no progression. I didn't feel like I was always the weird one. I was always thinking way ahead or interested in something that they wasn't. I had my babies when I was young, stuff like that. So I've always I like the challenge. I love pushing my wisdom and stuff like that. And I just to be able to say that and hear other women talk about that is incredible all by itself. And I hope for the audience, you guys have taken that in. And with her saying that, think about the visions that just gave to you. Just her saying that, what vision did that just give you?
Well, I think it would I think it would give you the vision to let you know that if you feel different, if you feel like you don't fit in, if you feel like this particular audience may not be where you're supposed to be, that tells you that you need to nurture you. You need to nurture what you feel. Unicorns don't fit in. They stand out. And there are a lot of unicorns out there. And if I'm speaking to one of you all, come on over to bit.ly/Black Girl Prophets Call. They're not supposed to fit in. And there are a lot, as I was saying, there are a lot of unicorns out there who don't know that they are unicorns. They just feel like I don't fit in. I don't know which way to go because I can't be like them because it doesn't feed my spirit. It doesn't feed my soul. And you feel like there's something missing or, well, I used to feel like, well, darn, did I miss a step somewhere? But if I took that step, I still wouldn't be satisfied. And that's like you were talking to Nadra about what you do with your child. You have to nurture your vision just as if you were nurturing one of your children, because it's something that God gave only to you. So no, other people will try to pull you away from it. One, because they don't understand it. Two, because they may want to do something themselves, but they are afraid to. So you know that old saying, misery loves company. So they try to pull you into their stuff instead of telling you, rah, rah, go, whatever. They try to make sure. And sometimes it's just that you may be their friend and they don't want to lose their friend. because they
That was me.
yeah,
I
they may
realized
not want
that.
to lose. They may not want to lose their friend because they can see. They see your gifts and they see you moving in your gifts, and they know that if you completely move in your gifts, then you may completely move away from them.
I've seen this happen. I've seen that sometimes with my friends, I can't see their vision. Like I will try my hardest, but they vision just don't set up with my morals. And I will try with my little opinions, and I'll start, recognizing that I'm messing up things for them. And so I have to realize as a friend that that vision wasn't made for me, and I need to step on back. I'm still freeing, but I need to step on back and let that vision of theirs go on how it's supposed to. So if it failed, it ain't my fault. And if it succeed, I can be like, woo woo. But recognizing when you're stunning someone else's vision, I think is also really important. And when you are able to recognize it, doing the hard part, and it is either stepping back, or mainly I think it's stepping back. Just because everybody's vision isn't made for you, and to sit there and say that I can, easily tell someone else's vision or be supportive of everybody's vision. That's a lie, because I don't. Sometimes people tell me things, and I just be like, "Girl, what? You know that what?" But find you someone who can understand your vision. And if you have a friend that has a vision, maybe you can't them. That's why I always say share these broadcasts, because this message may not even be meant for you. This message could be meant for one of your friends. No, you never know. So vision is just really important, and vision happens all throughout the day. All throughout the day. That's what our life is, nothing but vision. When we about to plan on going to the grocery store, you already envision what you about to look like when you go into the grocery store. Not saying you have to pick the right outfit or something like that. I'm saying you put yourself in that headspace of I'm about to go down this aisle, I got to go down that aisle, I have to make sure I grab this and that. That's the vision. So when it comes down to your business or your goals for getting to where you want to be at in life, every single avenue that you take is a vision. So get on this call, figure it out. Everybody's vision looks so different. Just make sure that once you're able to put your vision out there, it's out there in a way that is understood. Because I will say one of the worst feelings is putting your vision out there and it is not clear. Absolutely. And that's why this call is just so important.
I mean, and the thing about it too, I mean, you have to build a roadmap to your vision. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just, say, oh, it's all up here. You have to put it down on paper and build the roadmap. When it comes to people speaking over that, like if you don't have a clear journey or clear path, you can clearly get detoured if you don't have that map with somebody else speaking. So it's important to put it down on paper and not only do that, but revisit it routinely so that you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing just to say, okay, I got this map, but then you go and do whatever and you fall off the map. Okay, well, where you at in the steps? When you indebted to that thing, it leaves less room other people to get you off your piece. You understand? So it's a process. So it's putting it down on paper and it's moving forth in it. That way, you don't even have to, like, what you say, like, I'm over here working. I don't even have time for what you're saying. What are you talking about? And then once you get a level up, you're like, oh, okay, I got somewhere. You fuel yourself off your accomplishments. So you got this recipe. I get somewhere. I'm proud, but my thing working out. I was at 1, I'm at 5 now. So what you talking about? Mm-hmm. And as you walking it out, you understand you're getting this power. You're getting this power for your vision. So it's more than just them. What they're keen in on, it is you. You get yourself together. You get your plan. You follow your plan. You fuel yourself on your accomplishments. That's a recipe right there. Don't y'all think so?
And then if you hit a snag anywhere in there, that's when you reach out and you ask for help. You
That's
ask for
good.
help, and you do it in a community of like-minded individuals, because you can't, like, as we know, you can't let everybody speak over it, but you can't let everybody speak into it either. And you can't share it with anyone, with everyone, but you have to be able to discern who's the right one.
Yes.
Where, who's the right one? What's the right audience? What's the right community that can fuel and keep you moving forward? And if you all want to keep moving forward, you can go to bit.ly/Black Girls Profit Call and get someone who has pushed visions forward, who has made their own vision successful and know how to make your vision successful too. I want to say good morning out to Karen and to Dee and to Danny. Good morning, T. Marie. Hi, Sissy. And to
Danny
all
said
those,
he hungry.
you hungry. I don't know. Yeah, you hungry for your vision? You hungry for your vision, boo? You know, Leonda, we appreciate you all joining us.
Yes, we
And we
do.
appreciate those who have shared. Please share the broadcast, because sharing, one, is caring. And in this days, it can get you some prizes. It can get you some things out the vault. And you know, when stuff starts coming out the vault, that means it's good stuff. Danny says he's hungry for all things, for vision. Very good.
Good
Danny,
job.
I tell you what, Danny, go on over to bit.ly/Black Girl Profits Call so you can get that vision. Get that vision laid out on your plate since you're hungry. And you
You
can
know what else I wanted to say real
go
quick? I'm
ahead,
sorry to
boo.
cut you off because I don't want to
Go
lose this
ahead.
thought. Okay, so on the front end, when we think about a vision, we don't want to get help right away because we're just so excited. And I just thought to myself, man, if I would have heard this broadcast a year ago, I could have saved thousands of dollars.
That's good.
Thousands of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Because by me not having, I knew my vision, but I didn't know how to tell everybody else. And when they were delivering things to me, I thought it looked good because I already knew the vision. But my target audience, they don't. I got to redo a lot of stuff because I didn't get somebody all that years ago to help me with my vision. That's why this is so important.
Yeah, I like what Ms. Rose said about aligning with someone who has successfully put their vision into place and helped others. Like sometimes you need receipts, right? Sometimes you need to see what, because I told y'all a long time, I'm not big with like a lot of talking, like my language is action, that's always going to be me. Like what have you done? And sometimes you have to look at success like what they think is popular and successful, baby. I don't want that. Let's measure what we both want for success and what we call successful. Because, especially in this generation, these babies here, baby, they'll follow anybody. Anybody. I say that's not, I mean, that's horrible, that they would actually, and people that are the leaders, they're just going to run off with these people money and do whatever. And that's a sad thing. So you need to have an active ear and an open eye to see
I
who.
like that.
That's good. You have to have that when you're talking about having somebody for help. Like anybody, look, I can do bad by myself. You ain't finna come over here and make me broke and look at it. It's just too much.
Yeah, you can
too much going on. I got to have somebody that's gonna be inclined to help, and I done seen them do some things. And like me, when I'm meeting somebody, I'm looking at it from here, like what my heart feels like. Do I have any connection? You know what I'm saying? Like if I can't get past that, I'm probably not gonna go far with that person. I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at their passion for what they're talking about. I'm looking at their emotion. I'm looking at all these things to make a conscious decision. We don't even want to make conscious decisions no more. We just want to, I'll just do it. Not okay.
You
have to let all that wake up when you're making a decision. And
reminds me of. Go ahead.
No, and that's what I see. I mean, I even see it now. Like I'm still in the workplace, and that's one of the things I stress. And they know I don't play. Like I look about these tasks. I don't care what y'all doing about these tasks. We're gonna get those done anyway. But why you make that decision? Why would you let him tell you that? And they know I don't play about that kind of stuff because that just don't make no sense. Like you, if you ask that joker 2 + 2 too fast, he might tell you 6, and you let him. Okay, we got a problem. I don't play. Yeah, I don't play about that kind of stuff. I don't play about that. That's what's passionate to me, and that's why they will work the way they work because they know I really ain't worried about the tasks. If I can get you together, baby. These tasks ain't nothing. You know, we ain't nobody beating us. Ain't nobody beating our team. Ain't nobody who do what we do globally. Nobody, right? Oh, okay. Because I work on getting y'all together, and we don't listen to all the BS, excuse me, that they talk about. We get us together, and the work just come. You know, and that's what y'all don't want to do. Y'all just want to, oh well, yeah, baby, open your mind. We're like the church say,
That is the
what the
one
church say, open
thing.
your mind, heart, and spirit. What they be talking about? That's what they be saying. Do all that when you making decisions. Ain't
That's
that what the
right.
church says? Right?
Yeah,
Do that actively. Not just when it come, oh, I gotta buy a house. Baby, you need to be doing that every day. Every day.
that's right. That's exactly right. You have to be able to open. You said a big thing there. Open your mind.
Uh-huh.
And that's the one thing that I don't think is taught anymore is how to critically think. It's like you put this thing there and they was like, oh, I'm just going to take it. I'm going to run with it. You don't know exactly what it is. You don't know what it entails. You don't know. I hope y'all can't hear all that noise. Yeah. You don't know what it entails. You don't know the steps you need to take. You don't know the resources you need. You have to make a plan, and you have to, like you said, a recipe. It's just like a recipe. You're supposed to use this much flour or this much milk or these many eggs. And if you don't do that, your cake doesn't bake right. It doesn't come out right. The same thing with your vision and your business and your dreams. You have to sit down and study that thing and make a plan for it. And then you have to make it smart. You have to have some smart goals behind it so that you can stay on your path and don't get discouraged. And when you do feel like you're kind of veering off in the wrong direction and things seem to be kind of tripping over the rail, per se, that's when you reach out and you ask for some help. That's when you reach out and ask for some help.
Yes, some quality help.
That's right.
Not just some help that's gonna be in the way. You ever ask for help sometime and people come over and help you? You say, I could have done that myself. You understand? Like, I hate that. I hate it's just like one time we was moving and we asked our cousin to come over. He just standing there. I said, boy, hand me that box. And let me put that stuff. You moving too slow? Way too slow. You just, what, just go home. Because I could have done seriously, I could have done that myself. You need to get you some, there you go, Danny say, amen. I'm telling you, could get you some help that means something. Because all help ain't good help. Over here, it's good ground. The old folks say, you
That's
sowing into
right.
good.
That's right. You
That's
cannot
good.
put your seeds in bad
Come on
ground.
now.
You
Come
can't
on.
throw your pearls
Come on.
before swine
This is
because
good.
it'll be gobbled up and spit back out, and it will not have benefited anything to do with you or to do with your vision or your dream. It'll cause it not to work. And that's why you have to be mindful about who you let speak over your dream. And when you say over, that means that they are looking down at what you're doing and trying to tell you you're not right. It's not good. Don't do it that way when they're not doing nothing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like you
You
said,
got the ones that want to take credit. Like sometimes we can't see the value in ourselves, but other people do.
yeah, they do.
Yes.
And when other people see that before you see it yourself, or other people are more open to seeing your value than you are willing to see within yourself, you will notice real quick that they around me because I'm supposed to be great, but they're not helping me to get there. But it's because sometimes we don't see our own value, and I think that we need to hit on that because open up your eyes and see your value and see what you worth. Because a lot of I've come across some very powerful souls,
Mm-hmm.
I've come across souls that I'm
Me too.
like, girl, I will follow you into a dark cave. And I'm scared of the dark and cave. Like, do you not understand your power? Do you not understand how big a movement and how you just moving, y'all, sometimes you got to dig deep inside yourself and see what other people see around you. That way you can harness that. Because if a powerful person is in the hands of abusers, how can that power ever be seen? Instead of being sheltered in, that so that the people that's around you, they can benefit. So that vision that you think is a little bitty vision, that vision that you thinking is just a vision, that vision that you saying is just a dream. I bet you could probably count on your fingers right now 3 people that already done seen it in you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I used to think for me, because I could do like the work, right? Because I'm a worker bee, right? I'm really a servant, really. I'm a worker bee. You know what I'm saying? So that was, I thought, my superpower, because I could quickly adapt, right? Like I say, I didn't 12-year career. I had 11 jobs. I just kept moving. I would just master it and move on, master it and move on. That's what I've done ever since grade school. So I thought that was my superpower. Like, girl, you can just get it done, get it done. But I had to be placed in some sink or swim situations to find out what my superpower really was. And I put everything into that other one, which I thought was just getting it done and running production and running work queues and getting work. That's what I thought. Like, girl, you can just do that. But then my voice had to be heard in the room. And I used, like I told you, to be painfully shy. Didn't have, y'all, when I would get up to speak, my heart would be, I would be sweating and everything. Like, I couldn't do it. I grew up, I have a science background. I was in like math and science academies, and I went to school for biology. So we don't talk much. We do our work, and, it's not a very, it's a community when you're working like, in a group, but for the most part, it's not going to be a background where people are going to have the most, social skills or best speaking skills. But when I transitioned and went into corporate America, it was really my moral system that had to rise, right? Because it'll be times that I would just get so flustered, and I would be like, I know we're not going to do this like this. Or I know we're not going to talk to her like this. Or I know we're not going to think about this like this. And it was that started to rise. So now the things that people say, people say, oh, it's different when you're here. Oh, I feel different when you're in the room. Or I want you to be in the room when I say it. Never, ever thought that would be something I'd be recognized for. Never thought that this right here talking to y'all would be something that would feel okay or feel like it would easily flow out. So really, a lot of y'all are not even what's really what probably should be your vision. It's masked somewhere. Because like I told you, I thought my superpower was something else. I thought what would really fuel me was a whole different kind of thing. I was like, you know what? You're a behind the scenes person. That's what I was telling myself. Like, I don't want to speak up, or I'm going to be too nervous. Like, I can remember like having presentations where I like stuttered over every word. People thought I was speaking a different language. It was just that, like, what language is she speaking? Because that child can't talk for nothing. That child can't talk. But because ask the people that know me beyond the blue app, they will tell you. Like, I used to have people that would, my family members that would come over. Do that girl even talk? All she do is sit in her room and read. Is she okay? She all right? She don't need no help or nothing. Is she okay? That was my story. Ask them. So now to come into this, I tell people it was a sink or swim situations. You might be chasing something that you think should be a part of your vision, but baby, that may not even be it. You might have to have somebody call it out of you, because when people start calling out of me, like I think I had and he was an Englishman. He told me, he said, well, you need to speak more, because when we would be behind closed doors, and I would give him these updates, and I would give him my ideas and stuff, and he was like, why don't you ever say it out loud? He was like, no, I'm telling you, you need to speak more. You need to insert yourself one time in each meeting. You got to insert yourself. And I was like, well, I really don't want to do that because I don't know what to say. But I'm telling you, y'all, when I started using my own compass and saying what really needs to be said, that's when the glory came. And all that stuff I was chasing, talking about work cues, I didn't even have to do that as hard no more. Because I could get up there and talk about it and get the people aligned to do it right. And I was kind of having to step back and I was like, oh, this is really what it's all about. So I tell you all the time, like I always plug my daddy God because let me tell you, that's a bad boy. I didn't even know. You hear me? I didn't even know. And he said that's what's in you. That's what's in you to do. You thinking it's something else. But I got you. The very thing that you thought, was going to be something that was crippling for you. That's actually a part of your vision. That's actually what you need.
See,
to be a part of your vision.
All of what you just said should have set someone free this morning, because the things that are going on in your head by being introverted, when you just open your mouth, take the risk. Everything in life is a risk. You walking out your door is a risk. You getting out of your bed in the morning is a risk. Take the risk and see what blossoms for you. Once you put one foot in front of the other, take the risk, you move forward. You see other things will start to line up for you. Things will become in alignment for you. And then if you want to move faster,
yes,
that's when you connect with a like-minded community. So if you want to talk about it further, go over to bit.ly/Black Girl Profits Call. It's not just for the Black girl, it's for every girl. And guess what? It's for you guys too, because we need you. We need some men, Danny. We need some men in the community. It's not just for the girls. It is for the guys as well. Evan, anything you want to say before we get out of here? Because we have visions and we're speaking into our own vision and we got to put that thing into action.
Yes. All right. To close out, you guys, go ahead and take action. That's all. Just take action. Make your feed your vision. Save y'all some money. Save some money. Don't just go out there and try to piece stuff together by yourself. Go ahead and get this call together. Get your life together. Let this call snatch your whole soul, bring it back out, and package it nicely. The whole world won't even recognize you. You won't even recognize yourself after that call. You're going to be in the mirror looking at yourself like, oh, I'm about to be it's all of that, all those good feelings and all of that. You guys, I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. I am very excited. These conversations are just so needed. So like always, share, like, and comment.
Yes, make sure you invite. And if you come by and we're not here, because it'll be up and you can come by and catch us later, make sure you put in #replay to let us know that you stopped by our house and we just happened not to be home at the time, but we want to know that you did come to visit us. We also want you to join us tonight at 9 p.m. Central for the BYOB After Dark show, because at night we might get a little live. This is early.
Grown folks.
The grown folks. In the early morning, we trying to wake you up and get you on your way. Make sure your coffee flows through your veins, and get you pumped up. But at night you winding down. You might need a little wind down knowledge. Who knows? So
grab you a glass of wine. Turn on your Facebook and
your music.
And watch us. Sip and watch.
Do what it do. That's right. So we thank you all for joining us this morning. Like and share. And come back tomorrow morning too. And we'll see y'all later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.